Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you at this time. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Somebody commented on my sage. I'm addicted to sage. I just adore it. If I could walk in a cloud of sage smoke all day long, every day, I'd be happy. I just would. So, yeah, I love my sage. In the central energy, we've got the Fool, new beginnings, innocence, spontaneous. I love spontaneity, which is the way today is going. So here we are, spontaneously reading you another storyline. Challenged by, this new beginning is challenged by well, it kind of landed on my lap and it's kind of upside down. So I'm going to say this is a Five of Pentacles and the reversed. So there's a new beginning, possibilities, innocence, and there could be a recovery from a loss, a positive change, an improvement from a karmic lesson, perhaps forgiveness. In the subconscious, whoa, that hopped right on out of there. We got the Hanged Man, a release, a letting go of something. This could be a release, like seeing things from a new perspective, right? Gone through karmic a lesson and it's a positive change, and now you're seeing things from a new perspective. There is a deep insight and enlightenment. In the recent past, there's the Ace of Wands, urge to create, desire, power. Intentions, expectations. Victory, public recognition. In the near future, wow, what in the world? We've got the Three of Wands, moving forward. So you're moving forward, and somebody's disappointed about that. Somebody's disappointed about getting left behind. You're moving into an Ace of Pentacles, a new venture, a manifestation opportunity, a High Priestess. Moving forward, somebody's disappointed about getting left behind. You are moving into a new financial opportunity of abundance and manifestation. You are a High Priestess. The lens is being looked through. Knight of Swords. You're on a mission and there's no stopping you. In the environment, the Seven of Pentacles, you are coming into the rewards for your hard work and perseverance. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. We've got the King of Wands, overcoming challenges from this rivalry, overcoming this rivalry. This conflict and the outcome is the Hermit, soul searching, listening to your inner voice, your intuition, connected to all that is connected to you. Shining a light on stuff. Ten of Cups. Domestic harmony. So you've been doing some teamwork with a high level of commitment with spiritual law. The Emperor here with the heartfelt proposal, perhaps. There could be some illusion or fear and anxiety around approaching you, Empress. It might happen very swiftly, and you will recognize the truth. This person could be unpredictable, charming, and this King of Swords. So unpredictable, charming, fearless and sexy as a Knight of Wands, but also truthful and disciplined with this King of Swords regarding a Two of Cups. So I don't know, man, because it looks like they want to put a Ten of Wands on your nostalgia. I don't know. Or maybe you've been carrying a Ten of Wands. Maybe this is a completion of an old cycle. Like nostalgia, you don't have to do the cycle over again. You don't have to backtrack to moments of memories, memorabilia, and nostalgia and all of that, because this is a completion of your heavy burden. And you've got the Fool here with a brand spanking new beginning. Brand spanking new beginning. And a recovery from a loss. A positive change. I don't want to do that one. Let's do this one. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. The Fool here. Brand new beginnings. Innocence. Faith. Acceptance. Learning to accept the things you cannot change. So it's blind faith. It's trust in life. It's one of these, like, you are like trusting. In the universe, the multiverse, the Most High, all that is. You're like moving into it with boldness. Some may call you reckless, because you have accepted the things that you cannot change and you move forward despite them with faith. Success. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You've learned your karmic lesson. And there's a positive change. There's forgiveness. Awesome. And there's a release of what was, a surrendering of everything that was, a release of it. There's a new perspective, an enlightenment, seeing things from a new perspective. Empathy. You are open to seeing both sides of a situation. That's wonderful. That's wholeness. So that's good. We've got urge to create, desire, power, and potential with the Ace of Wands here. Stop questioning yourself and jump right into the creative project you've been dreaming about. It's like you've got you're driven regarding this new opportunity, this honest opportunity, this new beginning. And in times of indecision, you connect to intuition, which is that silent connection, right? And you gain a victory, an achievement, an public recognition for your progress. We got health in the reverse here. We'll clarify that. We've got a moving forward, and somebody's disappointed about being left behind. You're moving into your abundance, your financial opportunity and prosperity. You're a high priestess, high morals, balanced. Sacred wisdom. Gratitude. With gratitude. You're ambitious and on a mission. Oh. So you've got this new beginning with the Fool card. Somebody else needs to accept the things that they cannot change. You are successful. You know that there's no greater goal than to love, and they're challenged because they're learning a karmic lesson. They could be in spiritual poverty. You have recovered from a loss, and they are in spiritual poverty. And you see both sides of this situation, and there's a release here. So what's going on? They're in bad health, and maybe they don't know what to do because you gained a victory here. They've lost their freedom, and they're rushing in to try to defend their beliefs. You're coming into your reward for persevering through this long-term challenge. Humor. It's not funny. It's just not funny what's been going on. Says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So whoever this Knight of Swords is, they don't find this funny. They're not able to find any lightness in this. We got the King of Wands here, who has overcome the challenges of this petty competition. So yeah, King of Wands is here. People are still wanting to fight with him. They're not happy. They've lost their freedom. So King of Wands has his hands full right now. They're facing loneliness. And we've got the Hermit here shining a light on things. One more, Spirit, please. Happiness. Soul searching. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Soul searching. Contemplation. Somebody's worried about your abundance. Somebody's worried because an abundant, limitless being is calling judgment on a friendship. That they had to persevere through. Wow. Whoa. Whatever that is, you're expanded in consciousness and awareness. You persevered through those challenges. You're a being of love, and you are denying those who are envious. You don't want anything to do with them. They're in doubt and they're in fear. You are disciplined, and this scenario is over, dead in the water, and they're in grief, stuck in their head about your purpose. Okay, so that's over. And you're happy. You're looking, you're going within. You're discovering what it is that's going on inside of you. And you're happy with what you see. So, I wasn't going to do these ones, but I picked them out, so I guess maybe Spirit wants to use them. We'll use them. Alrighty then, so collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Mistakes in the reverse. You didn't make any mistakes. You got these new beginnings. You did things because this says, I wish I could right my wrongs, but you don't feel that way. It could be that you've paid your karmic debt. Like maybe you suffered so greatly in this life that you paid your karmic debt and you don't have to do the cycle again. And whoever this is that is in this challenged by this, they have to accept the things they cannot change, and it's their turn now to learn a karmic lesson. Because you've learned yours. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You've learned your lesson. You are open to seeing both sides of the situation. You're very empathic. You care about other people. And these ones have to accept that, and it's their turn. You're receiving a positive change. You've learned your karmic lesson. You've recovered from this loss, and now they're in spiritual poverty, being let go. You're releasing it. You're cutting it. It's like, boom, done. You're done. You've learned your lesson. And everybody's in agreement. Nobody disagrees with that. You've learned your lesson. So there is a releasing of seeing things from a new perspective. Like whatever you went through, whatever karmic debt you paid, like it really reimagined you, right? You recreated yourself through this process of learning your karmic lesson. And now you're entering a new chapter. You're releasing everything that was. You're letting it go. You see both sides of a situation. You can see both sides of a situation. You're not narrow-minded. So like through suffering, say in the last stage of your life, before your transformation, say you saw somebody who is homeless and we used to scream at them, get a job, loser. Or you would see somebody, without teeth, and you would, just be obscene, I mean, lots of stuff maybe that you used to do. Maybe you were speeding and you nearly cut somebody off and they were like honking at you and you flip them off. I mean, all of this. So you recreate yourself, right? You cut all those pieces off of you that don't serve, and you recreate yourself, and you didn't make any mistakes. You learned your karmic lessons. All of that stuff that brought crap into your world, you cut it off. And in the Bible, it says something, if thy eye offends thee, pluck it out, or whatever, if something like that. And I think that is possibly what karma is all about. You know, the experience of suffering and all of that is to learn. You know, some people twisted it and made it something that it wasn't. Okay, but I think what it truly is to gain empathy for those that maybe you once slandered, you know, to walk a mile in their shoes, so to speak. And now you're moving on. It's a new chapter. You've got the urge to create. You're honest. There's a lot of gossip about this. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They're in bad health because you gained a victory over this. You paid your karmic debt. And these ones who, there's people gossiping. The one who doesn't know what to do, their health is suffering. People are, their values were all about money. And they didn't pay any karmic debt. So, High Priestess, you're moving on. You're leaving this cycle behind. And you're moving into your new career opportunity, your new prosperity. You've got your Ace of Wands here. And that is also an Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. High Priestess, you're moving into the future. And you are filled with gratitude and hope. And hope. Somebody is reflecting here. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So whoever this is up here, their values were all about money. Their health is failing. They're not doing well. They lost their freedom. They're trying to defend their beliefs. They're not having any fun. Now it's not funny anymore. This isn't funny anymore. You're moving into your responsibilities. Okay, they've lost their freedom. It's not funny anymore. You're moving into your responsibilities, High Priestess. Your family. Your family. And these ones are being held back, and they don't think it's funny. You're coming into the reward for your perseverance. They're feeling your absence. See, they were dishonest with you. And they're feeling your absence because you let them go. You learned your lesson and you let them go. King of Wands is here, overcoming this challenge. There's loneliness. Maybe he's overcoming a challenge of loneliness. Maybe he's been isolated because he's been fighting with these. He's been in this freaking battle here. He's an irreplaceable one. Or maybe he sees you as irreplaceable. You folks who paid your karmic debt. You folks who get to graduate because you paid your karma. You suffered so greatly, you paid your karmic debt, and now you get to graduate and move forward and have a nice experience. Be happy. You get to go be happy. We got third party here. So there is a third party in the outgoing energy. They're in their ego. And they failed to give you what you needed. And you're still trying to heal, okay? And they're guilty. And they're being held back because they've been found unworthy of a union with you. And they sabotaged it. So they're chasing after you, and they feel like you don't care, or maybe they didn't appreciate you. You felt like they didn't care. They didn't appreciate you, And you're coming into a beautiful union. It's your destiny. And this one's chasing after you. Unfinished business, forgiveness, but you're coming into reciprocity, equal give and take. You don't have to keep secrets, and you don't have to reminisce in the past, and you don't have to mend that connection. You can go forward into what your soul is calling for. You don't have to have these third party situations that are all about ego and pride and all of that. You can go be happy. You don't need that drama. I mean, man, sex isn't worth it. This drama is just not. But then it's not just about the sex, it's about the game. That so many people don't even know they're playing. So you've got new beginnings, the Fool. You did not make any mistakes. You've paid your karmic debt. You've got a mature man here that needs to accept the things you cannot change. You've paid your karmic debt. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You have passed this successfully. Everybody is in agreement with that. You have learned your karmic lesson. And now it's done. There's an improvement. There's a positive change. Everybody agrees you've learned your karmic lesson, and you get a new beginning, a new chapter. You know what it's like to be on the other side. You know what it's like to wear the shoes of. It could be that you know what it's like to wear the shoes of addiction, to wear the shoes of anger, to wear the shoes of betrayal, to wear the shoes of infidelity, to wear the shoes of being a dangerous, unhinged individual. I mean, maybe you had to walk that walk in order to gain a compassion and a care for those who are in those circumstances without harshly judging them and hurting them unnecessarily. So in order to be in a position where you could properly care about people who are in those positions, you had to experience the positions. So maybe that will help you understand your suffering a little more. Because you can't really be a good leader if you don't have a clear understanding and compassion for. Empathy. Methods to the madness. So, this mature man has to accept the things that cannot change. Everybody's in agreement. You've learned your karmic lesson. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You're getting a new job, or you're unconcerned. You're not concerned about the work that they've been doing, or nobody is concerned about the work that you will do. They feel that you've graduated, you've successfully completed your cycle, and you have empathy, and you know that there's no greater goal than to love. So you have a new perspective, and you are being released from this. It looks like karmic cycle, and you're getting a new chapter, a new beginning, a house. And the urge to create. You are honest. The urge to create. You are honest. You're a privileged lady, and there's a marriage here. An honest marriage. An honest to goodness marriage with that's powerful. So you two will be powerful together. And somebody doesn't know what to do. There's people gossiping about this, about your victory. And They're in bad health. And they don't have any energy. Family room. There could be something going on in a family room. Something going on. It could be a whole family that is that's being let go as you move forward into your new life. Yeah. Into your new life. Mature man is not the main male. And they don't have any energy. There's a message of concern. This is a serious ending. And they're in this energy here. 8 of Cups. They're not the main male. They don't have any energy. And High Priestess, you're moving forward into your new prosperity and opportunities. You've got high morals. You live a life of gratitude. Somebody's rushing in to defend their beliefs. They've lost their freedom with this coffin here. They've lost their freedom. Thief in the reverse. No thief can move forward with you. No thief can take part in this family unit. No, they just can't. So they want to, in any way, shape, or form that they possibly can, latch on. They don't. They're not in a good state of mind. They're depressed. They're upset. They're feeling your absence. They lied to you. You're coming into your rewards for persevering through this challenge. Wow. A courtship with somebody who's not a false person. You're getting a courtship with somebody who's not a false person. Maybe you won't have to be paranoid. King of Wands, natural leader, overcoming challenges with this competition. There is loneliness. This person may feel that this privileged lady is irreplaceable. They could have been alone for a long time. But you might be like energetically connected. We got poverty and toil and labor in the reverse. So you're not in poverty, or there isn't any poverty here for this King of Wands. And whatever toil and labor these competitors were doing, it failed. And this King of Wands overcame that challenge. Soul searching, happiness. There is a third wheel enemy here. In their ego. In their ego. Looking at this wealthy man. Yeah. You got a third party here looking at this wealthy man. Who's soul searching? Who's happy? They want some of that. There's imprisonment here. They're in prison, or they want to imprison a high honor person. This mature woman wants to trap that wealthy man. It's not going well in the courthouse, and they keep thinking about is this money. That's all they can think about is this money and this gift, and they still have expectations of getting it. They're in despair over some message that they got over what's coming on the distant horizons for a whole community, a change of this whole community going on a journey. Main female coming into a love relationship and great fortune. It's in the courts. The pathway is clear. This is an official person, and they're in bad health. They're sick about this child or this innocence over this person being seen as innocent. So it's like you've paid your karmic debt and you're being stalked by people who have karma. This mature man and this mature woman, they're stalking you. And it's like you've reached your goals. You didn't make any mistakes. You paid your debts and you're free. You've learned your karmic lessons. And they keep wanting to pile some more on top of you when you're free. You've made it. You've made it to the good life. It's your time to go do something besides work all day and all night. I don't know. Maybe go have some fun. Go have some joy. A new chapter, a new house. You're open to seeing both sides of a situation. You're not a limited being. You have full expression for those who are doing well, and you have full expression for those who are suffering and not doing well. And you don't judge them harshly. I mean, we all fall down. And if you haven't learned your karmic lesson, then you don't understand that it's all a game of roulette. Roulette, however you want to say it. Nothing is certain. And the minute we start thinking that there is certainty in anything, I think the Most High just says, like a big kitty, and says, whap. Looks like you got a lesson to learn. So you're coming into your reward, a blessing. A new chapter, a house. You've learned that, you've learned empathy for those who may not be in a very good position. You've learned how to care, not only for others, but for yourself. So open to seeing both sides of a situation. It's like the world judges you harshly, right? The world will point out all your flaws. It will tell you every single thing about yourself that they feel you need to fix. And every person will give you a different idea about how you need to go about accomplishing that. And so, when I was young, I used to try to please people all the time. I used to be like, okay, well, maybe and then you be this way around somebody, and then you have to be this way around somebody. And eventually I'm like, you know what? F you, man. That's too much freaking work. You're not happy being around me, then just don't be around me. Because I like me. And you'll find that most of the world doesn't like themselves, and they don't have the capacity to like anything else, because they'll find flaws in everything because they find themselves full of them. They find themselves full of flaws, so that's all they can see in the world. Self-love and self-compassion are so important. If we wish to change the way we perceive the world, we have to change the way we perceive ourselves. which means we have to go through these atrocious, horrible circumstances of suffering and addictions and all of that. And then we have to forgive ourselves and overcome it so that we can then have that compassion and that care for others when they're in that circumstance. It's wild. And forgiveness, you know? So it's just a crazy thing, man. So you're okay. You're honest. You're high value. You've got a vow here with spirit. And yeah, again, there's this loneliness, and there's a hospital thingamajig there by that bed. So somebody's health is failing. And they don't know what to do. Their values were all about money. It could be a whole family. People are gossiping. Yeah, they don't know what to do. You gained a victory over this. You learned your lesson. They're stressed out. They're stressed out because you gained a victory. You've completed the cycle. So they're disappointed. They're getting a message of concern. There's a coffin here. They're not the main male. They don't have any energy. They're just a reflection. They have no energy. And they're here, right in the area here with this high priestess. The high priestess is moving forward into this new prosperous opportunity, and with gratitude. So it's like there's a separation happening, and they're in a nightmare about it. They're being cut off from this high priestess, and they're in a nightmare. There's no thieves allowed where the high priestess is going, and they're losing their freedom. They're rushing forward. They're trying to defend their beliefs. They got their sword raised, but they don't get to take part in this, or they never did take part in this. So they didn't care about families and marriages and family trees. They didn't care about getting married. They didn't care about the baby, and they didn't care about that family tree. So they don't get to go there. You persevered through this challenge. You're moving into your reward. You do have a courtship here with somebody who's not a false person. But there is a dishonest person here who is feeling your absence, and they are in a dark state of mind. They're very upset. They're very upset. Look at that. Coffin, death, nightmare. They're furious. You're not in poverty. They couldn't take what was yours. King of Wands. The toil and labor that they did to compete with you failed. They're furious, and there's evidence of what they did. There's an investigation. You may have been fighting this alone for a long time, but you've overcome your challenges. And I say that because there's loneliness here, but it also says, I know that I am never alone. So you're spiritually connected. You're very spiritually strong. And you are an irreplaceable person, and you're thinking about an irreplaceable person. We've got this privileged lady here in the marriage position in the recent past. So you, King of Wands, have overcome your challenge, and you know that there's this connection here. They're not a false person, but you're still dealing with this third party trying to come up and get all up in your wallet. Third wheel again. You're being like smothered. You're being stalked by these succubuses for your gain. For your gain. They're stalking you. They're sick. And their idea is to come forward and stalk you and connect with you sexually. And they're on a schedule. They've got to go get a promise from you. I don't know. Maybe they're dreaming of separating you from your actual kingdom spouse and taking part in, they're dreaming about binding you to their commitments and getting your real estate, making you responsible for their karma while living in your house. That's what they're thinking about. And they want to rob you. So you're being stalked by some third party people. Probably both of you. Continue to practice patience. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Wedding. Wedding. They wanna interfere in your wedding so damn bad. They want to be the one that you connect with so bad. They're not going to leave you alone. You're really going to have to use your discernment. You've won a victory over this in the recent past, but they're all up. They're like swarming you like freaking flies or something. And they got their little tongues. They're landing on you. Taste you and stuff. Lover. Lover. New beginnings, wedding, lover. Everybody's in agreement. You've learned your karmic lesson. There's no concern over the work that you will do. Your success is that you know that there's no greater goal than to love, and you've earned some easier times. This is a new chapter for you. You have a house, and this reading could make you a target for a walk-in or whatever. I don't know. Somebody's going to be real happy if they can take over your temple. You have empathy. You know, you're open to seeing both sides of a situation. You've learned your karmic lesson. You get to move on. You are a blessing. You're coming into your reward. There is somebody who wants to enjoy that reward. This love. You are love. And you're a gift. And you're happy. See, and these ones are being let go. They're being, this priest. Ooh, a haughty priest. Oh my God, a sick haughty priest. A foe. A faux haughty priest is facing prison, and they're being sacrificed or let go. And they want to come in and, they want to walk in. So maybe it could be that this has already happened. I mean, I don't know. This is past, present, future. But it looks to me like they are in need of a house, because in the last read, body came out in the reverse. So it's like they've lost their body. So they're looking to walk in. They're looking to walk in. They want a strong body with a strong nervous system. They're looking for a house. So I was wondering, you know, a long time ago, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know too much about anything. It's just been, you know, a journey. Somebody's in despair. They're getting a letter. They don't know what to do about this letter. They're facing loneliness. They're in despair. People are gossiping. You have been found honest. You're a high value person. You're okay. There is a vow here. Privileged lady, marriage with the Ace of Wands. So there's this desire, this urge to create, and you've gained a victory. So you've got some, you and this King of Wands have some interested energies in your house. Some people call it possession. Some people call it schizophrenia. So we got an old woman here who's in sorrow. They're stressed out over your victory. Their health is failing them. They're in a nightmare here. They don't have any energy. Or somebody's in a nightmare. Somebody who's not a main male is out of energy. They're getting a message of concern. They're in a nightmare and disappointed in a Eight of Cups energy. They just have to walk away. They want to escape whatever this is. They lost their High Priestess. And they have to go see a doctor. They lost their High Priestess, have to go see a doctor. They've lost their freedom. No thieves allowed where she's going. No thieves allowed where she's going. She's got a new family tree, a marriage, a new family tree. Somebody who actually cares and is responsible. You're a prime target for a walk-in. You're a sweetheart messenger. You're a sweetheart messenger. Or maybe you're going to get a message. There's dishonesty, and they're feeling your absence. They're not finding this humorous at all. They're in a bad state of mind. There's a death here, and this ending, somebody's really upset about it. You're getting a courtship with somebody who's not a false person, and for your perseverance, you are coming into your reward, your Seven of Pentacles. No enemy. The enemy can't touch you now. They're furious. Their toil and labor that they did against you failed. You got this King of Wands here who overcame that challenge. He's not in poverty. They weren't able to take his reward. They weren't able to. He's an irreplaceable being. Faithful. And somebody is in service. Somebody is furious, I should say. So the toil and labor that they did competing with this King of Wands for his fortune, it didn't work. They weren't able to put this King of Wands in poverty. So it didn't work. Their toil and labor failed. They're furious and sad because of some service. I don't know what this service is. Like, do they owe a service? Or it could be that they provided a service and it failed. They provided a service and it failed, and now what? They're responsible for whatever service they committed to. Third party came out twice in the outcome over this wealthy man. He's like being swarmed right now, and he needs to shine a light on the happiness. So look at the track record, like the history of somebody, like go way back, and just be very careful about researching consistency. Has there been any major shifts? Was there potential a walk-in. I mean, you got to really find out, is this an act? Is it just a role that somebody plays? And because it's been my experience that people, with narcissists, that they can carry a role for about a year before it tends to fall apart. That's been the average that I have discovered throughout my experiences. But so, a narcissist has the ability to really fool you for about a year until you let your guard way down, and then they like boom hit you like a ton of bricks, man. And it knocks you off your feet, and you're so confused by it. It's like, wow. And I mean, so yeah, fortune here. You're worth a fortune, wealthy man. You are a fortune. And you are being swarmed by succubuses right now, Jezebels. And there's death here. So they want to bring death to you. These third parties are swarming you. They want to attack you, and they want to bring death to you. Everybody's talking about it. They want to connect with you and then cause you to be a widower, and then become a widower so that they can take your house. So they're trying to set you up. And I woke this morning with a message saying they were going to kill the strongest man. So um, just fortify yourself, because these Jezebel succubuses are out here looking for a body. Okay? And we got death on the bottom of the deck. There is conversation happening about this. They need consolation. There's a widower, or they want to be a widower. They want your house. They want your damn house. There's a surprise here. There's a servant who might be faithful to this child or to innocence, and this scholar, a soldier, is waiting. There's a whole bunch of happiness in the mind, in the field of in the collective field, and these thieves, these pleasure-seeking thieves, hear you being happy about your reunion and your inheritance, and they're looking to I don't know, they're looking to sell it or somehow get a hold of it and sell it. Whoever is consistent. This is wild, man. They're thinking about making a journey. They're hopeful about making a young woman a wife. They're sighing because they're in misfortune. And it could just be the Lord is their person's friend, and it may not go the way they were expecting. Alrighty then, with that being said, I'm gonna leave that one here, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.